Hi guys, I'm Random Dave, and I am now bringing you my top 20 most played 3DS games of all time according to that activity log. Now before we get started, I just want to say, not all of these games are going to be 3DS games. Some of them are going to be DS games, some are eShop, some aren't even games at all. So yeah, I kind of lied by saying that this is most played 3DS games, because not all of them are. Also, this list might be a bit too long, so I'm going to make it into two videos. So this will be number 20 through to number 11. So let's not waste any more time. Let's find out what number 20 is. The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Seasons. 15 hours and 54 minutes. This is the first Zelda game on this list, but it's not the last. So luckily I'm wearing a Zelda t-shirt to commemorate all the Zelda games on this list. This is one of the Oracle games. I won't actually talk about this one yet because the other one's on this list as well, so I'll talk about them at the same time. Kid Icarus Uprising. 17 hours and 8 minutes. I'm actually surprised that this game isn't actually higher on the list, because I do consider this like one of my top 5 3DS games easily. I wasn't into Kid Icarus before this game came out, but then again it wasn't easy to, because there were only 2 games. I didn't really play the NES one that much, and I downloaded the Game Boy one as well, but didn't really play it that much either. So I wasn't really knowing what to expect from this game, but I really loved it. I mean, the dialogue was funny, the action was great, I mean, combination of flying levels and on-ground bits. Also, the 3D was really good. I mean, it's one of the best uses of 3D I've seen on that console. And the difficulty, you can adjust it however you like, and there was so much to unlock, so many weapons, so much customization, just so much to do in this game. It is just immense. And the menus look just like Smash Bros. Brawl, but that's Sakurai, isn't it? It would be amazing if once Smash Bros. Comes out, if he made a Kid Icarus game for the Wii U. Because imagine that sort of thing in HD, and much more expansive, bigger levels as well. I mean, the possibilities are endless, really. The Legend of Zelda: Spirit Tracks. 17 hours, 48 minutes. So Spirit Tracks is the second of the touchscreen Zelda games, and the second Zelda game on my list. I actually liked the touchscreen Zelda games. I actually thought the controls worked really well. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be any good at all, but the way the touchscreen, you're controlling the fairy and Link follows the fairy, and, you know, all the way the attacks are done, I thought they did it really well. This one I preferred to Phantom Hourglass, and Phantom Hourglass would probably be on this list if I didn't play it on the DS, whereas Spirit Tracks I skipped on because I wasn't sure if I'd like it very much. I mean, Phantom Hourglass, yeah, I liked that, but not too much. But this one was much, much better, I thought. I mean, I loved the train gameplay. Then the dungeons were fun. Having Zelda as a ghost was weird, and she was like a big monster thing. That was weird as well. And so, yeah, I mean, that time was me playing it for the first time ever. I didn't actually use any game guides at all for this game, which doesn't always happen with Zelda games for me. I usually have to look at the guides once or twice. But yeah, that was Spirit Tracks. On to the next one. Mario and Luigi: Bowser's Inside Story. 18 hours and 3 minutes. Now, you heard me talk about Partners in Time in the last video, and I wasn't too keen on it. This one I enjoyed a lot better, and I'm enjoying Dream Team Brothers as well. But this one, I did love this game, but at the same time I hate it. I do hate this game, and the reason I hate this game is because I am holding a grudge against it, and that grudge is, a few years ago I went to Eurogamer, a big event where you played games that haven't come out yet, and it was a lot of fun that day. But I had my 3DS in my pocket, and that was the game I had in sleep mode. And throughout the whole day, I was checking it in the afternoon, thinking, how come I've not met anyone yet? There's thousands of people here. There must be thousands of 3DSs. Why have I not street passed with anyone yet? And turns out, it seems that the 3DS doesn't pick up Street Pass when there's a DS game active, which I'm guessing, obviously DS software wouldn't recognise what Street Pass is, maybe, but yeah, so I missed out on quite a few Street Pass hits because I didn't know this fact, and I blame that game. I will hold a grudge on this game until the day I die. but I still love the game.
Internet browser. 18 hours and 10 minutes.
So yeah, the first non-game on my list. I don't actually use internet browsers much on the consoles, but this one I did because a few years ago my laptop broke and I had to get it sent away to be repaired. So in that time it was away, I had to use the browser on the 3DS. I mean, I don't usually like having browsers on consoles and stuff because I like to have my laptop open while I'm gaming. That's how I do things, and I don't really see the point in consoles having them. But obviously some people like them, which is great, and obviously it came in handy for me in that dark period of my life. It was a very traumatic time for me.
The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. 19 hours and 26 minutes.
The other Oracle game. Now, I'd never played the Oracle games when I was a little kid, namely because I was about 12 or 13 when they came out, so I wasn't little. Oh, sorry about the jump cut there. I just had to answer the phone that just rang, and all it was this automated message that just went, goodbye, and that's it. I mean, we get them quite a lot. I don't know what that is. But, weird. Anyway, I was thinking about Oracle games, wasn't I? Yes, they're both on the eShop now. I highly recommend you download both of them. They're not the same game. They sort of connect together. When you complete one, it gives you a password which you can type into the other one when you start it, and then that game becomes a sequel to the other one. It's quite clever how it connects. It's just simple, not simple, but standard Zelda. One of them has the gimmick of time travel, one of them has the gimmick of changing seasons. Both gimmicks work really well. One of them's more puzzle based, one of them's more action based. I think that's how it goes anyway. And whichever one you play the sequel as, you get an extra boss at the end. So I don't know why my time for Ages is longer than the one for Seasons, because I did Ages first, then played Seasons and had the extra boss at the end of Seasons. So I don't know why it took me longer to play Ages, but maybe that's why they called it Ages, because it takes you ages. I didn't think of that. That's a thought. Anyway, I highly recommend you download both these games. It's not like Pokemon Red or Blue where it's the same game just with some differences. It's actually completely different layouts and all that. So yeah, highly recommended.
Pool Blocks. 19 hours and 34 minutes.
Pool Blocks, or Pushmo as it's known in America. And I don't know why they changed the name over here than they do in America, but then again, it's got the word push in America and the word pull in England, which I think in this game you're pulling more than you're pushing, so maybe pull is a better name for it overall, but Pushmo does sound better. Pool Blocks makes more sense. And then Crashmo became Full Blocks over here. Who knows what they do? I have a keyring shaped like Goofy's head. I call it Belinda. This was a pretty good puzzle game. I haven't actually completed this game yet. I refuse to look up answers on YouTube for puzzle games like this, because I think, well, what's the point in playing? It's not like a quick hint to progress further in the Zelda game. It's, completing a whole level by looking up a solution. I haven't actually touched the level editor, and I just won't be able to give the time it deserves to create any great levels. I mean, it's the same as in like Little Big Planet or Modern Nation Racers. I enjoyed the games, but I didn't bother with their level creators just because I know I wouldn't create any good ones. But I'm seeing some really creative level designs from people online, so it's a great feature to have, adds to the lifespan, but it's just something I personally can't get into. Anyway, but the game was really good, nice and cheap for what you're getting, so on to the next game.
The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. 20 hours, 17 minutes.
Another Zelda game! Wow, I did choose the right t-shirt today. I never played this one as a kid either. I'd watched someone play it, and the only thing I remembered was you were able to steal things in the shop. Yeah, that was fun. And then the shopkeeper kills you, which is scary. It scares me. Anyway, this was again standard top-down Zelda. Very, very big for a Game Boy game, I must say, and this is the Game Boy Color version, obviously. But yeah, I haven't actually completed this. I'm on the final boss. I can't beat the final boss, but I haven't played it in a few years, so maybe I could if I tried now, that I'm older and wiser. Well, older at least. I've heard there's a secret dungeon where you can get something that either doubles your attack or defense, but I haven't seen it. So I highly do recommend this game, so on to the next one.
Tetris. 20 hours, 25 minutes.
What can we say about Tetris? Everyone knows Tetris. Everyone loves Tetris. It's one of the most addicting games ever. And I don't think I need to justify spending that long on this version. And I mean, actually, I probably need to justify how little time I've spent on this version. It's the original. It's the best. I don't think I've spent any more time on another version of Tetris. Maybe Tetris DS. Tetris DS was a lot easier than this one because it was more forgiving, but I still played the hell out of that. And I have a friend, he's known as Demon212 online. I mean, I'll send a link to his videos actually, he's a really good reviewer. But I sent him emails showing him photos of my DS, showing my high scores, and he was like, bloody hell, put the game down! But I still, you just put it on briefly and you're on it for hours, seriously. So yeah, I don't really think I need to say any more about this game. On to the next one.
The Street Pass Me Plaza. 21 hours and 27 minutes.
And the final game on the first part of my top 20 list is not a game, it's the thing that comes with your 3DS Street Pass, where you put it in your pocket and you meet people as you go along. This is one where you think, wow, that is a long time to be spending on something like that, but when you think that I've played it nearly 400 times and it averages at about 3 minutes per time, so it's not that long at all. But yeah, I've got all the puzzle pieces on all the boards available at the minute. I've done both Street Pass quests, and I'm doing Street Pass Quest 2 again for, I think this is the third time I'm going through that one. The extra games you download and buy, I haven't bought any of them. I just don't know if I would use them or not. I mean, I probably would, seeing how much I've used the others, but I just don't know. I just don't think it's worth my time at the minute. But it's just amazing to see how the time adds up on how much you spend on something at so little at a time. And there's something else coming up on this list in the next part where you see that again. And I won't say any more, you can probably guess what it is, but I will get to that on the next list. So anyway, that is the top 20 most played 3DS games of all time, 20 through to number 11. So I will see you on the next list.